Hi guys, it's Jess from Honest Fiction, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing my July TBR. Alright guys, so I have epically failed at keeping to my TBR the last few months. I feel like I've kind of turned into a mood reader, so I've been starting series and then binging the entire series and just neglecting my TBR. So all of the books on this list are books that are either new releases that I've been looking forward to, so I am positive I'm going to read them this month, or books that I'm either buddy reading or I know I'm vlogging with other people. So all of the books on this list should be read in July. Now, if you're unfamiliar with my channel, I post new videos every Thursday and Sunday. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. You can also hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I post new bookish content. You can also check out my Instagram and Goodreads, both linked down below. With all that out of the way, let's talk about the books I will hopefully read in July. Alright, so starting off with one of my most anticipated releases of this year, we have These Twisted Bonds, which is the sequel to These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. I loved that story so much. It is following Bree, who lives in a world where humans can make deals with the Fae and go into the Fae lands. However, Bree wants nothing to do with the Fae. That is until her younger sister is kidnapped by the head of the Unseelie Court. So Bree travels to the Fae lands, and when she gets there, she meets the Prince of the Seelie Court and a gang of misfits from the Unseelie Court, and it just goes from there. This book is very similar to ACOTAR, however, it's not quite as romance heavy, and it was just a really fun time. The ending wasn't a cliffhanger, but it was still a lot happens at the end of These Hollow Vows, so I cannot wait to jump into These Twisted Bonds. When it is released, I believe July 19th, around that time. Another new release that I am really looking forward to is Reverse by Kate Stewart. So I recently read Drive by Kate Stewart, which is a rock star love triangle romance, and it was great. I loved it. So I cannot wait to read Reverse. I know it's a companion novel to Drive. I don't know if it's a prequel or a sequel, but I will be reading that the day it comes out. I love Kate Stewart's writing. She also wrote the Ravenhood series, which is chef's kiss, one of the best contemporary romance series I've ever read. And then I also read Someone Else's Ocean by her, and I really enjoyed it. So definitely, if you haven't checked out Kate Stewart yet, do so, and I just cannot wait to read Reverse. And next up, we have Daughter of the Pirate King, and this is by Trisha Levensellar. So I don't know very much about this. I will say I am not typically a fan of Trisha Levensellar's writing. I read The Shadows Between Us, and I feel like she just writes overly angsty female characters, and I have a feeling this book might have the same kind of thing going on. But I am excited. It does kind of have that whole nautical vibe, and it's pretty short, and I'm trying to read at least 2 YA fantasies a month, just because it takes me a while to pick up that genre, but I always enjoy the books once I do, so that is my goal. But yes, I'm very interested in reading this. Hopefully I like it a little bit more than The Shadows Between Us. And next up, we have another romance, and that is My Killer Vacation, and this is by Tessa Bailey. So I believe the audio for this book is going to be released in July, and I've had my eye on this for a while. So this is apparently a thriller, romantic suspense, where our main character is on vacation, and she finds this dead body in the place that she's renting. So then this bounty hunter comes to try to solve the crime, and she is very big into podcasts. I love true crime podcasts, by the way. And she wants to try to help him solve it. So it just sounds really good. I think the main character is also a teacher, so I am very much looking forward to this. It just seems like the perfect romantic suspense read. And next up, I want to read Eyes on Me and Give Me More, which are book 2 and 3 of the Salacious Players Club. So I read Praise when it first came out. It's age gap, praise kink, and it's glorious. I love that book so much, and I keep putting off reading 2 and 3. I was waiting for the audio to drop on Eyes on Me. It's been out for a little while now. So Eyes on Me is step-sibling and then voyeurism, I think I saw that somewhere. And then book 3 is Menage a Trois, and everyone seems to be loving Give Me More. So I'm just very excited to read both of those books. They will definitely be read in July. All right, and next up, I plan on finishing this series that I have just been binging, and I blame McKay from Oh Hey It's McKay, and then Cheyenne from That Tall Book Girl, because they both love this series. And it was on my radar for a while, but I saw so many negative reviews. So seeing their videos kind of gave me the confidence to pick it up, and I'm so happy I did, because I'm really loving this series. It has its flaws, but I'm still addicted. So that is the Off Balance series. So this is the volume 1, which has the first 3 books in it. I've already read the first 3. The last 2 aren't available via audio, and I didn't know that going into this series, so I am slowly reading them on my Kindle. but this is following a girl that is trying to become an Olympic gymnast, and she ends up having a relationship with her coach. So there is a very significant age gap. Also, the coach is in a position of authority over our main character. So just check trigger warnings, and this is not going to be for everyone. Some of the scenes of this book made me feel very uncomfortable. So like definitely check trigger warnings. However, this is the most addicting, toxic relationship I have ever read. They're so toxic and they're so bad for each other, but you can't look away. So I love Lucia Franco's writing. I'm also currently reading Hush Hush by this author, and I'm having a great time. So yeah, definitely, if you're willing, check this book out or check this series out, and I'm really enjoying it. All right, and next up we have Wicked Beauty, and this is by Katee Robert. So this is part of the Dark Olympus series, book 3. So book 1 was Neon Gods. I loved it. Book 2 was Electric Idol. Didn't love that one. Hoping I really enjoy this. This is getting very mixed reviews. This is Menage a Trois situation with Achilles, Patroclus, and Helen of Troy. That is all I know. I do know with this series, the world building has been a little bit messy, but I typically like Katee Roberts' writing, so I'm very much looking forward to reading this. I got this on sale at Barnes & Noble, but I also have the audio version, so I will probably be listening to this via audio, and it should be a good time. And next up, I am hoping to finish Manacled. I believe this is by Senlinyu. I typically don't read fanfiction. This is actually the first fanfic I've ever read, and I'm loving it. So I didn't realize that fanfic was ever available via audio, and this is available on Spotify, and then I think it's also available on AnyPlay, and the narrators for this are doing such a fabulous job. So this is like a Handmaid's Tale, Harry Potter mashup. It's also Draco Hermione like fanfiction, and it's so good, but it's also so long. So I started this, I'm trying to listen to like 4 chapters a day, and it's so many chapters. I think there's like 72 that have been released so far, but it's really good. So I highly recommend if you loved Harry Potter and you also love The Handmaid's Tale, this is like the perfect mashup. All right, and last up, I plan on reading the entire Crossfire series. So I remember when this series came out, and one of my friends was like addicted to it and kept trying to get me to read it, and I just like was not into the romance genre at that time. I had read 50 Shades of Grey and I liked it. I'm wondering now if I pick 50 Shades of Grey up what I would think, because I feel like I had like no romance knowledge going into that series. So yeah, this came out a while ago. It's very beloved by a lot of people, so a bunch of booktubers are getting together to reread this series. This will be my first intro into it, so I do plan on vlogging my experience. It won't be released for a while, so I have pretty much all month to read these books. But yeah, I'm really intrigued and very excited to try out this series. Alright guys, thank you for watching my July TBR. I do plan on reading more than these books. These are just the books that are definitely a priority. So please let me know down in the comments below, what is your most anticipated read for July? I love getting recommendations in the comments. And I said this already, I post new videos every Thursday and Sunday. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe. I will see you all next week. Bye!